On a quiet beach in Australia, a man was found dead, his identity a chilling enigma. In his pocket, a cryptic note would spark decades of intrigue and speculation. December 1st, 1948, a peaceful morning on Somerton Beach in Adelaide, South Australia, turned sinister. A local man walking his dog stumbled upon a lifeless body lying on the sand. At first glance, it appeared to be just another tragic end, but what the authorities would soon discover would baffle detectives and amateur sleuths alike for generations. The man was impeccably dressed in a suit, yet there were no identification papers on him. But perhaps the most unsettling detail was the scrap of paper found in his pocket, with the words Tamam Shud, Persian for ended or finished. This would mark the beginning of one of the most perplexing cold cases in forensic history. Who was this man, and how did he end up on that beach, with the last pages of a mysterious book tucked away in his clothing? As the investigation unfolded, the questions only multiplied, casting a shadow over the sunny shores of Somerton Beach. The victim was described as a man in his 40s, standing about 5 feet 11 inches tall, with a well-built physique. His clothes were of high quality, indicating he might have come from a respectable background. Yet, the absence of identification was perplexing. It was as if he had dropped out of society entirely. Local authorities quickly began their investigation, but it was more than just a case of finding a body. They were faced with a complete void of information. The man's fingerprints were taken, but no matches were found in any existing databases, both local and international. Meanwhile, the police began canvassing the area, hoping to glean some information from the locals. Witnesses described seeing a man matching the victim's description in the days leading up to his death, but none could provide a clear identity. It seemed that this man had stepped into the world unnoticed, and now he was gone without a trace. With every passing hour, the mystery deepened, raising more questions than answers. As police delved deeper into the case, they discovered the note in his pocket led to a book found in the glove compartment of a nearby car. The book was a copy of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, a Persian poetry collection. Inside, an unusual series of numbers and letters were scribbled, which investigators believed might be a code or a cipher. This revelation sent detectives down a rabbit hole of cryptography as they sought to decode the message. Meanwhile, forensic analysis revealed that the man had likely died from poison, though the exact substance remained unidentified. Autopsy results indicated that he had not consumed any food or drink for several hours before his death, suggesting he had been in a state of distress. As months passed without a breakthrough, the case began to lose momentum, but the cryptic nature of the evidence kept it alive in the public imagination. Speculation mounted about the man's identity, and theories ranged from espionage to a tragic love story gone wrong. But what investigators discovered next changed everything. The investigation took a dramatic turn when a local woman named Jessica Thompson came forward, claiming she recognized the man from a photograph. She described him as someone she had seen near her home, but she insisted she did not know his name. However, she revealed that she had received a number of cryptic phone calls after the man's death, urging her to stay silent. This revelation raised eyebrows and fueled conspiracy theories about the man's identity. Was he a spy, or perhaps a victim of foul play? As investigators continued their inquiries, they uncovered that Jessica's husband had a background in the military, which added another layer of intrigue. The police were left with more questions than answers. Why would someone go to such lengths to conceal their identity? And what role did Jessica play in this unfolding drama? With new suspects emerging, the case seemed poised for a breakthrough, but the truth remained elusive. Months turned into years, and the case grew cold. However, in 2019, a team of researchers from the University of Adelaide announced a new effort to identify the Somerton Man using modern forensic techniques. They utilized DNA analysis, which had not been available in 1948, to analyze hair samples and other biological materials found with the body. This new approach offered a glimmer of hope that the decades-old mystery could finally be solved. As they dug deeper, they confirmed that the Somerton Man was of European descent, potentially linked to the British Isles. Yet, despite these advancements, the results led to more questions. While DNA could narrow down family connections, it could not definitively identify him. With each breakthrough came renewed interest, as people around the world speculated about the man's life before that fateful day on the beach. Who were his family? Where did he come from? And what had led him to such a tragic end? As the years continue to pass, the Somerton Man remains an unsolved puzzle. The case has inspired countless books, documentaries, and even a feature film, but the truth still eludes us. The body of the unidentified man was eventually buried in a cemetery in Adelaide, where a simple headstone marks his grave, just a reminder of the life that was lost and the mystery that refuses to fade. In 2021, a new breakthrough suggested that the numbers found in the book could be linked to a specific individual, reigniting hopes of identification. Yet, as always, the complexities of the case left law enforcement and researchers at a standstill. The fascination with the Somerton Man continues, as amateur detectives and internet sleuths share theories and compile evidence, hoping to finally crack the case. The story of the Somerton Man remains one of the most enduring mysteries in true crime history. With every new discovery, the questions multiply. Who was he? What happened to him? And why was he found on that quiet beach with no answers? While the world continues to search for closure, the Somerton Man serves as a haunting reminder of the many lives that touch ours, only to slip away into the shadows of anonymity. For every unanswered question, there lies a story waiting to be told. Will we ever know the truth about the Somerton Man? Or will he remain a ghost, forever wandering the shores of Somerton Beach?